again, beautiful people. Welcome and welcome back. Today I have a random supply video. So I was at my local Action, which is the US equivalent to a Dollar General, and they had these discounted alcohol glitter inks. Glitter alcohol inks. Now, I've never really dabbled in the world of alcohol inks because I do know that it can be quite expensive to start up. So when I saw these on sale, I figured, why not give them a shot and see what I can make with them? Now, I did some research on what things I would need for this. So, of course, my alcohol inks. Now, typically, alcohol inks work best on U-boat paper, which I did not have, but I did some research, like I said, and you can use glossy photo paper. Thankfully, I had just found a pack of 100 glossy photo papers at like a thrift store. So that is going to be my base, or what I'm going to be applying all my alcohol inks on. Of course, you need rubbing alcohol. A blending solution is better, but I didn't have that on hand. But I did have, like I said, rubbing alcohol. And then, of course, gloves and a straw. A little background information on what are alcohol inks. From what I have seen, they are a dye-based fluid medium, meaning that they stain any and everything. So when using alcohol inks, you do want to make sure that your crafting surface is protected, as well as your hands, because it will stain. Do not wear any jewelry while using alcohol inks because, like I said, it stains everything. That being said, it is a fluid medium, and the way that you get alcohol inks to activate is by adding alcohol onto it. So normally you would use a blending solution, and that is the way you'd probably get the best results, but you can use rubbing alcohol as an alternative. So I didn't know this. I assumed that all rubbing alcohols were created equal. Not the case. There are varying percentages. So there's 70%, 91%, and 99%. And that just indicates the level or the percentage of alcohol that's present in the solution. 99% and 90% work best. I only had the 70%. Fun fact, here in Germany, you can't just buy rubbing alcohol at any store. You have to go to like a specific store to get it, typically like a pharmacy. And so that 70% one was the only one that I could find, and that was at one of the stores on the military base, and that was like the highest percentage they had. Anyway, so 70% works. It just doesn't dilute or move the ink as well as a higher percentage would. I do get some pretty cool effects, but if you've seen other alcohol ink videos, you'll notice that my prints don't come out the same, and I think a lot of that has to do with what the percentage of alcohol I use to like dilute the inks. Anywho, so like I said, alcohol inks, they react when you add alcohol to it. It causes it to spread out and just kind of like I said, make flowy images. I found the best way to use this is to put the ink first and then apply the rubbing alcohol on top. I saw a couple people use this technique with a straw to move the alcohol ink around, and it gives this really cool like splatter effect. Now, I will say alcohol inks, you want to be careful with using these. Use them in a well-ventilated area, and if you're using the straw technique, try to turn your head away when you're inhaling to use it, just because I read after the fact that it's not recommended because, to breathe in the fumes, because I guess the alcohol creates some kind of evaporation or some kind of vapors that can irritate your like respiratory tract and stuff. So just a little safety caution there. Try to turn your head away and inhale away from your alcohol inks when using a straw. Tim Holtz does make this cool little air pump thing that you can use that will do this for you, so that way you don't have to use a straw yourself, and you can wear a mask while using alcohol inks. But yeah, I didn't do that. I just use a straw. It works, but like I said, try and turn your head away just like for safety issues. Anywho, all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and just let this play and let you guys see all the really cool patterns that I came up with. And at the end of this video, I will pop in and tell you how I plan to use these in my journal.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are? What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of? I wonder. How come the sky sometimes hides behind the clouds? Maybe it's just like me, a little bit scared of heights. Why does the rain always keep on pouring down when it's gray outside? It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. How come the trees get undressed when it's cold? And don't they miss the leaves they left behind? Could it be to make the ground shine like gold until winter comes? Until winter comes, until winter comes. It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. Stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are. It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. Ooh, I just wonder. You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. You miss the ones you know. I'll be here, hanging on, waiting for your call. Seems like time as a wave passing by, leave a mark in our minds to turn to memories. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, gone. gone, gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. I was hoping you would stay, but I've always known that you would go and find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, to feel the wind and watch the river run. And the sun would always shine when we sat there, you and I. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. It's gonna cry, it's gonna cry. You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just leave it all behind. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.
And we are coming up to the end here. These are the last two prints that I make on camera, I believe. And overall, I had a pretty good time playing with this. It was a really neat experiment trying out a new supply. I will say the upsides to alcohol inks is that you create these really dynamic, one-of-a-kind prints. I mean, you can't recreate these no matter how hard you try. No two will ever be alike, which I love. The downside, if it wasn't for like these discount inks, starting up with alcohol inks can be a little on the pricier side, and this isn't really a supply that I foresee myself using a whole lot in the future. You know, like for example, if I spend $8 or $9 on an ink pad, that's fine because I can use it all the time to stamp images. I can carry it with me. It's very easy to use. Whereas with alcohol inks, there is quite a bit of setup and preparation you need for this. You know, you have to prep your surfaces, make sure you have your protective gear like your gloves, make sure you have the right blending solutions, and you know, it's kind of messy and it's a little tedious. So unless I'm planning to make things in bulk, which would be the only reason I would pull these out is to make prints in bulk, I don't foresee myself using these a whole lot in the future. That being said, I have a couple of ways that I plan on using these. So one thing you can do is you can actually scan these images and create your own like collage papers to cut up for your journals. I don't recommend doing that with the actual photo paper just because it's on the thicker side, and I don't like to collage with thicker paper. So yeah, you can use it as background fodder for your journals. You could also, one of the ways that I did use it, I don't show it on camera, is I stamped some address labels on these and then just cut around. You could also do that, like the same thing I did with the acrylic printed papers from my journal fodder challenge. You could use these in the same way. You could stamp images and cut them out. The major way I intended to use these is actually to make tabs for my journal. So I have this like tab punch thing from We Are Memory Keepers, and that's what I use to make tabs for my journal. I used to tab every single like major life event, like if it was like I went on vacation or a holiday or a special memory. I hadn't done that so much this past year, but it's something I plan on doing again. So all of these papers, I pretty much, I would say 90% of them, I turn into tabs both for myself and for future Happy Mail. So I found the parts of each print that had the most intrigue for me, and I just stamped them all out. And I did test this out, and you can write on this with pretty much a majority of pens. My Uniball I could write on top of, the Uniball Vision, the gray bodied, my Micron, the Sharpies you can use, even a white gel pen worked. So yeah, I'm really glad you guys watched today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and got a little bit of inspiration and just enjoyed watching me like play around. Anywho, I'm gonna let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your day, and you all have a good one. Bye.